Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. My name is Virtual Nunchucks. Hope you guys are having a great day on this Friday. Hope this video finds you well. And I've got a very busy weekend ahead of me. We've got some in-laws coming in. My brother-in-law and his wife and his children are coming. We haven't seen them in 5 years. It's going to be amazing. Actually 6 years now, as of yesterday. So it's going to be amazing to have them over. I've got a lot of things to do, but first, since E3 is coming up and we're going to have a lot of game announcements, new games, old IP, who knows, I wanted to go back in the way back machine and talk about some series that I would love to see come back in some form or another. Maybe as a reimagining, completely reimagine it, maybe give us some new characters, but bring it forward into the generation. Give us 3D environments, give us different spin on the story or something. But just bring some of these franchises back. And again, some of these are going to be ones that you'll have to Google, because I just found out that I'm even older than the guy that does Review Tech USA. I'm older than Rich is, and so yeah, I've officially been known as the oldest guy on the internet. So this is going to happen. You guys are going to have to Google some of these. But I was just thinking, here we're going to have probably an announcement for Final Fantasy. We've done 16 games of those, or at least have done 16 games of those, plus some of the ancillary ones. We're probably going to have some announcements for like, the next Mario. I don't know. Don't quote me on it, but it wouldn't surprise me any. Just things that we've seen over and over and over again. But these are some of the games that I would love to see come back. And some of them you'll know, but I can guarantee you most of them you'll have to Google. All right. Some of the franchises, when video gaming was new and it was a new medium and people had never done it before, and what would make a cool game? You'd be amazed what kind of crazy stuff made it onto the into the development studios and then on to the customers, the gamers. Things like, I don't know, E.T., okay, say what you will about that. We know it's the most hated game on the planet. We know that. But things like E.T. or Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark and things like Kubert and all these crazy games, they just threw things at the wall and said, please, make it stick, and I hope it does well. But when Nintendo came around, you had things like Legend of Zelda. That was the first open world game, really open world. And the things that you did affected the world, which was mind-blowing at the time. And it turned 35. Actually, no, Sonic turned 35 this week. Legends of Zelda turns 30 this week, so that's kind of nuts. God, I'm old. But like, they just did things because it was like, hey, let's try it. Who knows? Might like it. We had a Knight Rider game for the 80s TV show. We had all these crazy games. But some of the franchises I would like to see come back are things like Double Dragon. Okay, and I'm not talking about the remake that they did or the retro remake that they tried. Okay? Yes, that was awesome that they tried that. It was awesome that it was there for the retro feel and all that kind of stuff, and the nostalgia feels and all that. But what I mean is reimagine it, bring it up to the next generation, give it a 3D environment, give it 3D worlds, give us high stakes or something, and these two ninjas are the only ones that can save us, or something. That would be totally cool. I would love to see that in a PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X world, where like maybe the characters are reimagined and 3D environments and all these crazy things just are. Okay, they even did back in the day. They did a Double Dragons Battletoads thing, and they reimagined that or remastered that, and that was irritating as all get out, but it was still there. And it hit us in the feels, those of us who've been around a long time. So we had to try it. But what if they brought back something like Double Dragon or The Adventures of Bayou Billy? All right, now you're going to have to Google that one. I guarantee it, because dang, okay. It's old. But it had a semi-open world, okay. It had a very nonsensical plot. It was the same as Double Dragon. They stole my, they kidnapped my girlfriend, and I got to go rescue my girlfriend, or they're going to kill her, or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But in this game, they had, like, it was open world. They had alligators that would come out of the swamps at you and try to eat you. And depending on your, skill with the controller, they would succeed. They would do health drops with your enemies. They would give you different weapons, from guns to chains to whips to who knows what else. They had driving sections in this game. And you have to understand, this was back on the NES. So the fact that they had all these options available to you was insane. Okay, they had throwing knives. They had all these things, and they had a driving section, which, I kid you not, for the time, it was crazy. You got in your Jeep and you drove, chasing down bad guys and hanging out your window and shooting guys and dodging planes that would fly over and try to drop a bomb on your car and all this stuff. And you would drive to the next section of the game, and then of course it would continue with the story, give you another level where it was semi-open world. You beat up some more bad guys and stuff like that. But that would be insane to bring it up to the to the modern open world 3D environment genre and just reimagine the story. Don't give us some lame, crappy, my girlfriend has been kidnapped okay, but come up with some reason why this Crocodile Dundee, swamp guy has to come rescue the world as we know it. I mean, just make it fun, make it interesting, and give us a 3D environment of that. That would be totally cool. I would buy it just to check it out, because if it's at The Adventures of Bayou Billy or something like that for PlayStation 5, I would check it out, just because I remember it as a kid and thinking, this is so freaking cool. You got open world, you got all these enemies, you got weapons, you got driving sections, which was insane back in the day because that didn't happen. Okay, and it was nuts. Here's another one I would like to see come back in some form or another, and that's Bad Dudes. Okay, again, you'll probably have to Google it, but it was a side-scrolling adventure where there were two players on screen all the time, and you were basically taking out things like street gangs and ninjas and this really bad terrorist organization. They only had two guys in the world that could do it, and it was kind of reminiscent of like Jean-Claude Van Damme meets Rambo, and it was just it was crazy. But you had things like ninjas, and you had to worry about spike strips and exploding trucks and all these kind of crazy things, and it was just over the top. What if we took that and put it in a 3D environment, kind of like the Path of Neo, like they did back in the day, with PS2, was it PS2? PS3, somewhere around there. And the Matrix was PS2 for sure. But, what if they did that? They took it and made it a 3D environment, gave us a really crazy story, and then these two ninjas just show up, or what they call bad dudes. What if they showed up and just, were the only two action heroes that could beat the crap out of these guys and save the world? I mean, this is, I don't know. I think it might be neat. Like I said, I'm old, so. But okay, I'll give you one that you guys know. Bring back Ubisoft's Splinter Cell, for crying out loud. PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, it dominated the sales charts back in the day. Every time they released one, Xbox 360, every time they released one, people would buy it and it would sell like hotcakes. Bring it back. Give us a new story. Don't give us this games as a service crap. Don't give us some, live service game where he kind of pops in. Give us an actual story with high stakes and espionage and stealth and all that stuff. Bring it back, man. And if you really want to put a cherry on the top, bring back Sam Fisher's original voice, Michael Ironside, from He did a lot of things from Top Gun to Highlander to all these kind of. But he was a great voice actor. Bring him back. I know he's older. I know he's getting old, and he probably doesn't want to do it anymore. But bring it back, man. It would be so cool to have Sam Fisher doing stuff again and saving the known world as we know it from bad guys. Be awesome. I played every one of those games, and if I had a PS3 right now, I'd play Blacklist all over again because it would just be. It's just awesome. Okay, so I'll give you one you guys know. Another one that I would love to see come back would be like, bring back games like Space Quest. You remember those? Okay, if you don't, again, it's a wonderful thing you can Google. Okay, but they had 6 games in the series: Space Quest 1 to Space Quest 6, and they would make fun of every science fiction genre show reference out there, from Star Trek to Star Wars to whatever was going on in the 90s. They would make fun of it, okay? And it was basically a point and click adventure and a side scrolling thing, and it was animated, and they had a narrator, and he would make fun of everything you did, and it was just a guy. You were a janitor on a spaceship. Okay, and you somehow got involved in saving the galaxy as we know it, and it was just over the top, irreverent, stupid, fun. Bring it back. I'd love to see somebody say, hey, we bought the Space Quest franchise and we're bringing that stupidity back and we're going to do it right. And that would be awesome. That's just my thoughts. That's just my opinion. Let me know in the comment section below, though, if there is a game or a series that you would love to see come back. Doesn't matter how old it is. Doesn't matter how silly it is. I mean, like I said, Sonic's turning 35, Zelda's turning 30, and they're still going. So why can't we have some of these other franchises just come back out of nowhere and be like, hey, check this out. We're going to reimagine this, or we're going to redo this in a different way and make it more, modern and accessible and all that stuff. It'd be cool. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. A game series that you really loved as a kid or whatever, and you want to see it come back in a new form. That would be totally cool. Let me know in the comment section below. And there's no shame. It could be anything. And just surprise me in the comment section below. If I did entertain you at any point, consider dropping a like, of course, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because every Monday through Friday we do content on this channel, gaming related, always. And we'd love to have you along for the ride. Don't forget, you can follow me on Facebook.com/virtualnunchucks, over on Twitter @BNunchucks, and of course Twitch.tv/virtualnunchucks, which one of these days I'll get back over there, I promise. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you soon.